Hey Matt, Jessica Peterson here. I spoke earlier, actually it was yesterday, with Ashley, and she accepted this video on your behalf. She thought you would be interested in checking it out. First, let me apologize if you hear my AC in the background. It's really hot here today. Um, all right, so I'm super excited to be able to present this video to you today because we're going to go over 3 strategies you guys can start applying right away, and it's going to make a huge difference for your business. And I know that it will because we've applied these same strategies with over 50 other contractors just like you guys in the US, and it's made a huge impact on their business. Right now, you guys have 0 organic traffic making its way to your website. And that means you're not only missing hundreds of potential people landing on your website, but you're also missing over 60 to 70% of the monthly jobs by not having these strategies in place. So today I'm going to give you 3 strategies that you can go ahead, you can start applying today and start driving that traffic and landing more jobs and helping more people in your community. Okay, so the 3 things we're talking about today are going to be your content keyword strategy, citations, and then finally backlinks. So here we are on your website. You do have the basic fundamentals of the website set up, which is definitely a plus, okay? You do have a secure website, and you do have a click-to-call phone number, which is awesome. About 18 months ago, Google made a huge push being mobile first. So that means making sure your website is clean, looks good, easy to navigate on mobile devices. And that includes having those click-to-call phone numbers, easy to use navigation, and forms, okay? So now when it comes to ranking, for the most part, is all about content. Content is key, and you need a lot of content. And content is a variety of things. Content includes your website pages. So you do have to have a separate page for every single service that you offer. Okay, we cannot have a single page that discusses the various types of remodeling that you do. You have to have a separate page for each of these. And the same with restoration, okay? You need separate pages for water, fire, vehicle impact. That's the first time I've actually seen that. So that's kind of cool. But for fire, water, mold, any others that you do need to have their own separate page. Google wants you to have a separate page for each individual service because it allows you to focus on one service on that page, and everything about that page is on that. So if you were talking water, you might be talking about different ways water infiltrates their homes, okay? And the processes you use to clean up the situation, remedy it, reconstruction, whatever, okay? But then you focus it around those local keywords, and it's helpful content that actually helps your customers when they're searching for help, okay? We don't just want to feed Google's algorithm, but we actually have to write content and have content that's actually helpful and useful for your customers. So content is king. We do need a lot of content. And if you're servicing multiple areas, you also need separate service area pages for those services as well. Again, because that's going to allow you to target the areas you serve for those services and help Google bring customers to you. Now, content is videos. It is images. I'm trying to find just a regular image. Okay, so here's an image. So you want to make sure all your images are optimized. So let's see, save as, 4 corners, improving spaces from every corner. Okay, so that might be your motto, but that is not an optimized image. We need every image throughout your website to be optimized with your local keywords. Because 99% of the time when people are searching for your services, they are searching by the service they actually need. So this looks like it may be a kitchen remodel. So you might have Omaha kitchen remodel, kitchen remodeling, Omaha. People search differently, and you need to use those local buyer intent keywords and save your images as those, and also have those in your written content, okay? You have no keywords going on here on any of your pages. Without keywords, there's nothing to index. So this home page here is the most important page of your entire website. It ties all of your pages together like a big pretty bow for Google and the algorithm to understand how everything connects together, okay? Google is sending robots called crawlers to your website, and it analyzes everything, every single image, video, website page, link, and all of this content, okay? To understand who you are, what services you offer, and where you provide those services. And so when you don't actually have the content here, Google is not able to do that for you. And when Google is confused, there's no way they can help drive customers to your website. So it's really critical that you have the right type of content. The homepage also needs at least 1,500 words of content or more. If your competitors have over 1,500, you need more than they have, okay? So content and keyword strategy is absolutely critical for you to allow Google to index you, promote your website, and help your customers find you for each of the services that you offer. Now, on the restoration side, if we were to look at your top ranking competitor for water damage, we have Paul Davis. And yes, they are a franchise, but most franchisees are given these generic templated sites that they cannot actually modify. And because of that, they actually have a disadvantage. They're not able to go after a good strategy that would actually benefit them. So the only thing you have to do is better. You're never competing against an entire franchise, only the franchisees in your area. And so we just have to do better. We have to have better quality content and more content. That means more words per page, more pages, more blog articles, etc. So you just have to have more than they're doing. But you can see that they do have focus on the Omaha keywords, like this, Omaha water damage repair, okay? So we just have to do better. Now we know when your customers do a search, they're going to do a search similar to this. And when they do, you want your website to be one of the first that shows up. And on the first page of Google, there's 3 different positions or areas that your website can have good position in. The first is almost always going to be ads, and those could be cost per click ads, and even these local service ads, okay? And if you have a solid foundation and your systems are all solid, then this can be really beneficial if that's something you want to do. But if you don't have those foundations in place, you're not going to see the ROI that you would really hope for, okay? Now these next 2 sections, these get the bulk of the search volume when people make a search like this. So this here, this is your Google Business Profile and the Google Map Pack. Okay, your goal is to be in this map pack, the top 3, because 30% of people come straight to this map pack and don't go anywhere else. They will call these 3 companies. So when you're not one of these top 3 companies, you're leaving 30% of your monthly revenue on the table and literally sending your customers to your competitors. So if you find that you're not ranking in the top 3, then you need to optimize that profile and get a bunch of citations, more citations than your competitors have. Now, citations are simply listing the name of the business, the address, phone number, website, and placing those in a bunch of directories. And directories are things like the Better Business Bureau, Yellow Pages, Yelp, Angie's, House, etc. So those are great citations to have, and we need more than our competition. And every single one of those citations that you do get provides additional information to Google about your services and where you offer them. So they are pretty critical for your business. And then this third section here, this is your organic section. This is the most important section because 60 to 70% of people will skip the ads, they'll skip the maps up there, and they come right here and go to your website. So when your website's not here, you're losing 60 to 70% of the available jobs every single month by not having your website here. Okay, so in order for your website to show up here, it all comes back down to the fundamentals of this website. Having the proper content and keyword strategy, and then supporting that with your backlink SEO. Now that brings us to backlinks. So this is Ahrefs, a paid tool we use to analyze how your website is performing. And we can see here you guys have a rating of a 6 out of 100, which means Google doesn't really trust your website yet. And that, yes, is partly to do with the content of your website, but more so it's the power we're sending to your website. Your website is a tool, just like every other tool that you use, and most of those require power, right? So we power your website with backlinks. So we need a lot of backlinks. We need more backlinks than our competitors have. But it's important to understand that not all backlinks are created equal. We don't want to just go out and get a bunch of spammy links because those are going to hurt you, okay? We want to go after other websites and other home service businesses and vendors, magazines that are related. So it could be coming from roofing websites, plumbers, landscapers, and all of those would be good quality links that would increase your authority, increase the score. And when Google's trust goes up, so does the ranking of your website. And it also helps you to rank for the keywords once you do get them indexed. Now, right now, you've only been indexed for 2 keywords, and those are your branding. And unfortunately, 99% of your customers are not searching that. They're searching the services they need. And you're getting 0 traffic. So you are losing out on hundreds of searches that could be landing on your page and over 60% of the jobs. If we look at your competitor, their specific area, they only have a 2.9, which makes sense because there's no point in them doing the SEO when they can't fix what's wrong. It's not going to work. But because their website is so strong and powerful, the website is able to push power back to that local area. And because of that, they have been able to rank their keywords and get at least 88 people to their website, which isn't a whole lot, but it is definitely more than what you guys have going on. So these guys are absolutely beatable. And when we look at their keywords, we can see these are the good local keywords, right? And they have really good volume, and they are positioned at the top. The higher you are positioned, the closer you are to first, you can capture 37 and even 40% of the traffic for every single one of those keywords, okay? So we definitely have to work on your strategies here so that we can get you in a similar position and even be able to outrank these guys. So it is super, super possible for you guys to beat these guys and even be able to dominate in your area, but you do need to follow the strategies that I've given you. So please feel free to take them, run with them, and start today and start landing those jobs. But if you'd rather have a partner in growth and focus on what you do best, give us a call at Peterson SEO because this is our specialty and we specialize in working with companies just like you. So please feel free to ask any questions that you have, respond to my email, or give us a call, and we would be happy to chat. Thank you so much for watching, and I do look forward to hearing from you soon.